The mass of the population tends to surrender its power to various authority figures, willingly or unknowingly, allowing these entities to dictate the course of their lives. Taking back this power means reclaiming control over your own destiny, a transformative act that begins with questioning the very systems that shape our reality. Have you ever felt trapped, as though life is rigged against you? What if the choices you make, the beliefs you hold, are not entirely your own, but are part of a larger design meant to keep you confined? Ancient Gnostic teachings, suppressed by powerful institutions for centuries, warn of such manipulations. These teachings reveal the existence of hidden forces, known as archontic entities, that thrive on humanity's ignorance, distorting perceptions and shaping a false version of reality. David Icke, a controversial figure in the realm of hidden truths, has delved deep into these ancient insights. His work uncovers disturbing revelations that align with texts like the Nag Hammadi manuscripts, which describe a cosmic prison controlled by the archons. According to Icke, these entities manipulate our thoughts and beliefs, keeping us ensnared in an illusory existence. This manipulation isn't abstract. It manifests in the media we consume, the societal norms we follow, and the systems of power we accept without question. The result? Humanity remains unaware of its true potential as infinite beings capable of creating their own reality. The archons thrive by fostering division, fear, and ignorance, ensuring that we remain blind to the truth of our existence. However, the illusion is not unbreakable. By recognizing the patterns of manipulation, you can begin to see the world for what it truly is, a construct designed to keep you subdued. The key lies in awakening to your own sovereignty. Ancient Gnostic teachings and modern insights alike emphasize the power of awareness as the ultimate tool for liberation. When you see the illusion, you gain the ability to dismantle it. This requires questioning everything you've been taught and taking deliberate steps to reclaim control over your thoughts, choices, and beliefs. The journey to freedom begins not with rebellion against the system, but with the conscious decision to stop participating in its lies and to start creating a life that aligns with your true essence. Consider your daily life. You wake up to an alarm, check your phone, go to work, come home, watch TV, scroll through social media, and then sleep, only to repeat the cycle the next day. This routine feels normal, but what if it's a carefully constructed cage you don't even realize you're in? Everything around you seems real: the walls, your device's screen, the voice you're reading or hearing. But reality is far more intricate. Have you noticed strange coincidences stacking up? Why do the same numbers keep appearing? Studies reveal that up to 89% of human decisions follow predictable patterns. While we believe we're making free choices, we're actually following a script, much like characters in a video game. Take Patricia as an example. She was an ordinary office worker until she started noticing peculiar patterns in her life. There were always exactly 3 people in line at her coffee shop. Her train was consistently 2 minutes late. Her coworkers repeated the same conversations every Monday. Intrigued, Patricia began documenting these patterns, and what she uncovered was startling. Her world was structured by invisible rules designed to keep her in a loop. Our phones track every move, algorithms predict our thoughts, and social media feeds us content before we even realize we desire it. We're not just being watched, we're being shaped, nudged, and programmed, all within a meticulously crafted system. But who built these invisible walls? Who decides what we see, think, and feel? The answers are hidden in plain sight, encoded into our everyday lives, in movies, music, advertisements, and even the design of our cities. Only a few people begin to notice these patterns, the glitches in the system. These individuals start asking questions others dare not ask. They observe their dreams, actual dreams, not just life goals, and realize these might not be random mental activity but glimpses into something greater. Meanwhile, technologies we see and those hidden from us quietly map every aspect of our lives. Everything is designed to keep you unaware, asleep to the fact that the world you live in isn't entirely real. By paying attention, however, you can start to see the cracks in the illusion. The cracks in the illusion are subtle at first, but they become undeniable once you start paying attention. Think about how every aspect of modern life seems tailored to keep you occupied, distracted, and complacent. The endless stream of content on social media, the hypnotic grip of entertainment, the relentless pressure to work harder and consume more. None of this is accidental. These systems are designed to keep you too busy to question the bigger picture. Every ad you see, every notification you receive, every algorithmically curated feed is part of a larger framework. It's not just about control. It's about keeping you in a constant state of reaction, never pausing long enough to ask, why does it have to be this way? Those who begin to see the patterns notice that the system isn't flawless. Small inconsistencies and glitches start to emerge. Déjà vu, recurring coincidences, and moments when reality seems to bend. These are the clues left behind by the architecture of the system. Time doesn't always flow as expected. Emotions like fear or anger often seem exaggerated, as if designed to keep you anchored in reactive states. The simulation adjusts itself to your awareness, subtly reinforcing its grip whenever you come close to breaking free. But these moments of clarity are your key to understanding the depth of the programming. The more you notice, the more you see the patterns that have been guiding your every move. Breaking free from this system doesn't require rebellion. It requires awareness. This isn't about overthrowing a physical prison, but recognizing the mental and emotional structures that hold you in place. Start by questioning the habits and routines you follow without thinking. Why do you value the things you do? Who taught you to measure success in money, possessions, or status? When you begin to challenge these programmed beliefs, you take the first steps toward real freedom. This freedom doesn't mean rejecting the world outright. It means reclaiming your ability to choose how you engage with it. Once you realize that the rules of the game are not set in stone, you can begin rewriting your own script, designing a life that aligns with your true self rather than the expectations imposed by the system. As you awaken to the patterns that govern your life, you start to see the invisible framework of the system more clearly. The routines that once felt comforting now reveal themselves as carefully constructed loops designed to limit your potential. For example, consider how societal norms dictate your behavior. The expectation to work a 9-to-5 job, to constantly strive for material success, or to conform to the ideals of productivity and consumption. These structures are not inherently evil, but they are tools of control. They keep you focused on external goals, distracting you from the infinite power and creativity that lie within. Awareness of these mechanisms allows you to step outside the loop and observe the system from a higher perspective. The first step toward reclaiming your power is to disrupt the automatic behaviors that keep you tethered to the system. Start small, change your routines, take actions you wouldn't normally consider, and break out of the patterns that feel comfortable but restrictive. For instance, instead of scrolling through social media first thing in the morning, spend a moment reflecting on your thoughts or intentions for the day. Take a different route to work, try a new activity, or speak with someone outside your usual social circle. These seemingly insignificant choices have a ripple effect. Each one challenges the script the system expects you to follow, creating opportunities for new possibilities to emerge. True freedom lies in the realization that you are not a passive participant in this world, but a co-creator of your reality. The system's greatest weakness is your awareness. The more conscious you become of its influence, the less control it has over you. This is not to say that you must reject all aspects of modern life, technology, relationships, work, but rather that you should approach them with intentionality. Recognize where your choices align with your true desires and where they are shaped by external forces. When you make decisions from a place of self-awareness, you reclaim the power that the system depends on to function. This power, once taken back, enables you to live authentically, crafting a life rooted in purpose and aligned with your deeper truth. As your awareness deepens, you'll start noticing how the system exploits human emotions to maintain its hold. Fear, in particular, is a powerful tool. It keeps you from taking risks, locks you into cycles of self-doubt, and encourages conformity. Think about the decisions you've made out of fear: staying in a job you dislike, avoiding a meaningful conversation, or clinging to habits that no longer serve you. These choices are not inherently yours. They are programmed responses the system relies on to keep you compliant. The moment you recognize fear as a program and not an absolute truth, you begin to loosen its grip. Fear loses its power when it is observed rather than obeyed. Similarly, desire is another mechanism of control. The constant pursuit of material possessions, status, or validation keeps you running in a loop, always chasing something external to fill an internal void. Advertisements play directly into this, offering solutions to problems you didn't know you had, convincing you that happiness lies just one purchase away. Yet, studies have shown that beyond meeting basic needs, more possessions don't lead to greater happiness. Instead, true contentment arises from experiences, meaningful relationships, and living in alignment with your values. Breaking free from the cycle of desire means learning to question what you truly need versus what the system has conditioned you to want. Awareness of these emotional programs opens the door to self-mastery. By observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, you can identify which are genuine and which have been planted by external influences. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful tools for this. They help you step back from the noise of daily life and reconnect with your inner self, the part of you that exists beyond fear, desire, or societal expectations. As you cultivate this awareness, you'll find it easier to make conscious choices. Each choice you make from a place of clarity weakens the system's control over you and strengthens your connection to your authentic power. Over time, this practice transforms not only how you live but how you perceive reality itself. With greater clarity, you begin to see how deeply the system is woven into every aspect of life. Your work, your relationships, even your sense of self. The education system, for example, is designed not to foster critical thinking but to produce obedient workers. From a young age, you are taught to follow rules, memorize facts, and fit into predefined roles rather than question the world around you. This structure conditions you to value compliance over creativity, leaving little room for self-discovery. Similarly, societal norms around success, defined by wealth, possessions, and status, keep you locked in a perpetual cycle of striving, always chasing goals that feel just out of reach. These systems thrive because they convince you to seek validation from external sources instead of looking within. The media further reinforces this programming by controlling the narrative of your reality. It decides what stories are told and how they are framed, shaping your beliefs about the world and your place in it. The relentless stream of fear-driven news, for instance, keeps you in a state of anxiety, making you more susceptible to manipulation. Social media algorithms, designed to maximize engagement, feed you content that aligns with your existing beliefs, creating echo chambers that limit your perspective. Even entertainment is not neutral. It often embeds subtle messages that normalize the system's values and distract you from deeper truths. Recognizing these influences is the first step toward breaking free. Question the information you consume. Ask yourself who benefits from the narrative being presented. As you detach from the system's control mechanisms, you'll discover the immense power of choice. Every decision you make, no matter how small, has the potential to reshape your reality. This doesn't mean abandoning society or rejecting all modern conveniences, but rather approaching life with intentionality. Start by aligning your actions with your values. Spend time on what truly matters to you, whether it's nurturing relationships, exploring your creativity, or pursuing a path that feels meaningful. Simplify your life by letting go of things that no longer serve you, whether they are physical possessions, unfulfilling commitments, or outdated beliefs. Each step you take toward authenticity weakens the system's hold and strengthens your sense of freedom. The journey is not about escaping reality, but embracing it fully, with eyes wide open and a heart aligned with your true purpose. As you continue this journey of self-awareness, you'll notice a profound shift in how you perceive the world and your role within it. The systems that once seemed omnipotent begin to appear fragile, dependent on your participation to survive. Money, for instance, is not inherently powerful. It derives its value from collective belief. Without our agreement to the concept of currency, the entire financial system would collapse. Similarly, social norms and expectations exist only because we unconsciously uphold them. When you stop complying with these constructs out of habit or fear, you start to reclaim your autonomy. This is not rebellion for its own sake. It is the conscious choice to live by your own values and priorities, rather than those dictated by external forces. The act of reclaiming your power also involves recognizing the illusions of time and productivity that govern so much of modern life. The rigid structures of a workweek, deadlines, and the constant pressure to do more are constructs that keep you focused outward rather than inward. By stepping back and questioning the pace at which you live, you can begin to prioritize presence over productivity. Time, as we experience it, is largely subjective. Moments of deep connection or joy can feel timeless, while mundane tasks drag on endlessly. Recognizing this flexibility allows you to take control of how you spend your time, focusing on what truly fulfills you rather than mindlessly adhering to schedules and expectations. True liberation requires not just awareness but action. The knowledge you gain about the system's workings must be applied to your life. This begins with small, deliberate steps. Turn off notifications, reduce screen time, or spend a day in nature to reconnect with the world beyond the artificial constructs of technology and societal pressure. Engage in practices that deepen your connection to yourself and others, such as meditation, journaling, or meaningful conversations. Surround yourself with like-minded individuals who question the same systems and seek the same freedom. Together, you can exchange ideas, challenge each other, and build a support network. Every act of awareness, no matter how small, ripples outward, weakening the illusion for others and strengthening your sense of empowerment. Each conscious choice is a step toward building a life that reflects your true nature, beyond the limitations of the system. As your understanding deepens, you'll begin to see how the system's influence extends not just to individuals, but to the collective mindset of society. The world operates on cycles of fear, competition, and scarcity, concepts that are carefully maintained to keep humanity divided and disempowered. But what happens when you no longer buy into these illusions? When you stop competing, stop comparing, and stop living in fear of not having or being enough. You disrupt the very foundation on which the system rests. The truth is that abundance, collaboration, and connection are far more natural states for humanity. By embracing these values, you become a catalyst for change, inspiring others to question the narratives they've been taught and seek a more harmonious way of living. As you break free from programmed patterns, you'll find yourself experiencing life with greater clarity and depth. You'll begin to notice the beauty and simplicity, a walk in nature, a heartfelt conversation, the feeling of creating something meaningful. These moments, once overlooked, become profound reminders of what it means to be alive. You'll also discover an inner strength that comes from living authentically, free from the need for external validation. This doesn't mean life will be without challenges, but your perspective will shift. Instead of seeing obstacles as barriers, you'll view them as opportunities to grow and learn. This mindset allows you to navigate life with resilience and purpose, no longer constrained by the limits of the system. Ultimately, the journey isn't about escaping this system entirely. It's about transforming your relationship with it. The structures around you may not disappear, but your awareness changes how you interact with them. Instead of being a passive participant, you become an active creator, shaping your life with intention and clarity. You begin to see the system not as a prison, but as a tool, something you can work with, adapt to, and even transcend. By reclaiming your power, you unlock the freedom to live a life that reflects your true self. This is the ultimate awakening, realizing that the power to reshape your reality has always been within you. Now, it's time to use it.